place is called Hurricane Office Store, David. Hurricane Office Store.
You said it was in Norwood?
Yeah.
Okay, you're live.
All right.
She's bought a lot of stuff from.
All right, good morning, everyone. Today's date is the 22nd day of July, 2020. I show it to be 9:10 a.m. We'll come out of recess and go back into our budget session. The first person we have up this morning is Mike Fox with the Plainview Hale County EDC. And so, Mike, you can either stay where you're at or stand up or sit.
How about I stand right here?
All right, that'll work.
Oh, go a little bit closer,
A
please.
little bit closer. How about I stand right here?
That's perfect.
I should have asked you first. You are the director. Exactly. Does everybody have a packet? Melinda, did everybody get one of these so I don't have to? If you don't have that, I don't know whether I can hand out.
No, I think
Hand
give
out
them a
to-
copy. Can you put the whole thing in the front? With the part that staples with the budget?
Well, there should be a letter in response.
Behind his time, the date, behind Wednesday.
There you go, right there.
Okay.
Behind
Yeah,
Wednesday,
it looks just like
there's a
that.
packet in there. And it shows his whole budget.
So basically, the cover letter is just a response
Yeah,
to
right there, Mario.
Melinda's letter. And the main thing I want to do is thank the court for their great support of the EDC down through the years. And I think we've had a good partnership. I think there's a spirit of cooperation between the city, the county, EDC, the chamber. All entities are really, I think, pulling together and working together. With the challenges that we have right now, I think that's vitally important, and I think we're doing good in that regard. In that packet is our financials from the first quarter of 2020. We're in the process of closing out our second quarter, so this is the most current set of financials that we have, and you can certainly go through there. I'll answer any questions that you might have. Just to kind of give you a little information on what the EDC has been doing during the COVID pandemic. We have been an essential business, so we have been one of the first things we did early on. There was a Plainview Disaster Relief Fund that was created to assist not only businesses but individuals who had experienced some hardship due to COVID, whether it be paying their rent, buying groceries, things along those lines. And so the EDC was first to step up and contribute $25,000 to that fund. And it's my understanding, I think most of the funds have been dispersed out of that at this point in time. I don't know if there's a plan to replenish that fund or not, but I think they were able to help a number of people out. It was actually kind of managed by United Way, the Plainview area endowment. They were the ones who kind of coordinated that, took the applications, and decided who to award the grants to. So we've been we've stayed active. In addition to what we did with that emergency disaster fund, now the city, part of the CARES Act, they have been given a grant, and one of the things that the chamber and I have been doing, we've canvassed the entire town, all the businesses in town. We've taken them 2 bottles of hand sanitizer and a box of 50 masks that they can utilize in their business. And as a part of that, there's also a grant program that businesses can apply for, and we had our first meeting on that on Monday, and we awarded $101,000 in grants to local businesses. So There's help out there. Businesses can go online at the city's website, plainviewtx.org, and apply for those funds. They have until the end of the year to do that. The money does go out on a first come, first served basis, so depending on the amount of funding that we get. Right now, Jeffrey Snyder, the city manager, has told us we have about $150,000 that we can award initially. So we're well on our way to getting that done. So those are just some of the things that we've done as a entity to help during this time of need for not only our individuals but our local businesses as well. We've had some projects that have come along. I know the judge and Harold are aware of one project that we worked pretty hard on. We had a company that was looking to put in a hemp gin here in Plainview in Hale County. They were looking at the old Cargill location. And we made the short list on that, made a presentation to them. They came out a couple of times, met with them. They did opt to choose another site. I saw where they're going to Wichita Falls. I don't know if you know that or not. Going to Wichita Falls, and one thing of note, the Wichita Falls EDC, as far as incentives are concerned, giving them $2.8 million. So that makes it a little bit hard when we simply do not have the resources to do that. Whether or not the incentives were the determining factor, I don't know, but it probably didn't hurt them if they had that kind of money to throw at that deal. So we've had some deals come along, and we've had some activity out of the governor's office. There are a lot of companies that are a lot of thought process that a lot of the manufacturing that's overseas due to COVID and other related things could come back domestically, which I think will help our business park. We've also got companies in the U.S. who are maybe in large metropolitan areas where there's a lot of bad things going on right now, and they may want to look at a more rural setting in terms of being a safer environment for them to operate their business out of. So this is going to take time, but I think these are all factors that may kind of work in our favor, and I think that's one of the reasons that the EDC needs your continued support, to do that. So in the letter, I'm asking for the continuation of the $50,000 that y'all have so graciously awarded us down through the years for our operating. A couple of years ago, we asked you to step up and requested some additional funding for marketing and incentives. And 2 years ago, you were able to squeeze $50,000 extra out of your budget to award us. And last year, I think due to some issues with the Antelope Station and some a little bit of a curveball that was thrown your way about what kind of value you were going to be getting from them, we reduced that to $25,000. So I'm here today to ask that you continue your support with that $50,000, and if there is a way that you can see fit to add some additional funding for our marketing and incentives plan, I would encourage you to, if you can find it in the budget, to continue that support. We would greatly appreciate it. So I'll entertain any questions that you might have.
Okay. Anyone have anything you want to ask Mike about? If not, Mike, we appreciate you, what you do. Enjoy working with you, and hopefully once all this pandemic ends, then we'll make strides toward getting some additional people in at the business park.
This pandemic timing was particularly bad for us because we had our business park poised to do a big wing-ding grand opening, ribbon cutting. When that's going to happen is anybody's guess at this point in time.
Well,
we just kind of got to get through this, and we got to stay ready to you know, to hit the ground running when things do loosen up, and that's what I've tried to be prepared for.
We've had a couple of tough years. We had the delay, and then now the COVID deal. So hopefully we're due some good.
Yeah,
luck.
exactly.
So, but anyway, well, thank you for being here this morning. We'll be in budget the rest of today and tomorrow.
Okay.
And then after that, we'll wait until we get our numbers from the appraisal district, and then we'll be able to see a more clear picture of where we're at. So,
I think there's a lot of unknowns out there that we're all dealing with, so I certainly appreciate that and understand.
okay, all right,
All right.
thank you.
Thank y'all.
Take your, or did he touch it?
No, he didn't.
Okay. He did.
No, he's good.
I'll just spray him on the table.
So who has to put this on? Whoever
No,
sits
but
there?
whoever sits there,
Oh, okay.
and then we make them carry it out with them, so.
Okay. I didn't touch it, I promise. Y'all have a great day.
All right.
You too.
See you, Mike.
I know y'all enjoy this process. See you.
Bye-bye.
Was I on time?
Sir?
Was I on time?
Just right.
Oh, yeah.
Just right.
All right, let's see, the only other person we'll have will be here in just a minute, that would be Brent Hackett. And then we'll do whatever business we can do. We'll adjourn, or recess for the morning, and then we won't come back probably early this afternoon on the insurance fee. So, and Mario has a prior appointment, so he won't be here this afternoon. We cancel anyone's insurance after Mario. Let's see, just getting ready for Brent, he's on page 33.
What the same about the same.
All right, so.
You got a short period as a director.
His is the same, so. Have much else to do till, Nick gets back with us. Good morning, how are you, sir?
Great, how y'all doing?
Good.
He may be.
I'm smiling under here.
Okay. We'll try to get hold of him today. How are you, Brent?
Great, how y'all doing?
Good, Brent.
Hey, we noticed on your budget, we're doing a little different this year, we just, we noticed that you kept it the same.
Yeah, mhm.
And so,
Hmm?
do y'all have anything, any questions of Brent?
Brent's pretty simple. He keeps things.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I figured that'd be sufficient for Tommy for next year.
Okay.
It has been for me. I mean, I know I work different than Mark did. I'm sure Tommy will work different than me, but it's,
We just now thought of it, we tried to call Tommy, we'll probably call him in and let him look at the budget and
because
have his 2 cents in on it, so.
I mean, and that vehicle, I mean, it's got 135,000 miles on it, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
I mean, not saying there's nothing going to happen to it, but I bet you it can go another year and a half.
Okay.
So I figured if he wants a new car, he can get one. He can request one in his budget next year. It needs a windshield. Other than that, then I mean, it runs fine. It's got new top, new tires on it. So
All right, then. Well, that's all we have, if you don't have anything.
nothing from me.
All
They ain't
right.
got the money this year to put in the windshield, it's probably like $200, $250.
Well, I just hate to Well,
Just
they've
like
been,
us, the minute you put one in.
well, they've been, you know, they've been, I come in 70, I use 70 a couple times a day, you know, and they've been putting it, it's, I mean, most of it sticks, but sometimes if you come in right behind one of them trucks after he's dumped and he's turning around, they gravel. I hate putting in windshields because
I
they.
haven't seen you issue, but sometimes, you know, those lines start getting in your
Well, mine's just right. There's a bunch of cracks, but I got good view right there.
You must be living right.
If it'd been me, it'd be right there in my way.
Wait.
You're better than me, cause all the cracks in my windshield have collided right into the truck.
create a web and you start.
Yeah.
Me, being a prisoner, almost had a heart attack. I had my pickup like that, and I put it in the windshield. And I mean, the very next morning, I got up to take a guy to Huntsville, and we were going down 400, and I fed him
No.
up, and he come through the windshield.
Oh crap!
And he ended up in the back seat of the pickup. Anyway,
So you should've
4:30 in the
gone-
morning, that'll wake you
I'll
up.
bet.
That's kind of a messy deal, wasn't it?
That run your trip?
It did. So, but, well, we appreciate
All right.
the work you've done, and,
Yeah, thank you. A little blue thing with you and jump in the trash.
Oh okay.
That's all we require.
Can I keep it as a?
Yeah, keep
yeah.
it.
Can I keep it as a memento of this
Yeah,
day?
yeah, that's part of your retirement.
Thank you, Brent.
I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it.
Y'all have a good day.
See ya.
David, that reminded me years ago, when I worked for Willis Isler, you know, they had spray plane. One day, one of the guys went out, sprayed it. He hit a duck. A duck? A duck. You know, spraying posting over 5 legs. And I'm telling you, come through that windshield, that makes me miss you.
Oh, I could, when the big old owl flew up, I mean, it just cratered that windshield.
Yeah.
That's, I hit that pheasant, and then I had, one time I went out on the call and turned into a driveway out on 789. And
Yeah, see yours and all that, or we can have a copy. So that you'll have something to look at.
the only thing I looked at was mileage.
Oh, I love that.
Everything all right. How do you get your shield up pretty high?
I do, because I was drinking coffee. What I'll do this afternoon.
You can, or if you want to stand up, there's a copy of your budget there on the table.
Okay.
And
Brent just left.
Brent
Yeah,
just
he
left,
called me downstairs.
and we just, once we remembered he was coming, and we decided, well, you know, that we would contact you and have you look at it and see if there's anything you want to change or ask for or request.
He was telling me, I didn't know that the vehicle had about 139,000 on
35, he said.
it, 135,000. That's getting close, isn't it?
Well, he said it was still in good shape, running good. He felt like it'd probably be okay for another year anyway.
Okay.
But that was what Brent said.
I hadn't looked at it.
Well, you wanna, like I say, go look at it and see. I know at the office, we tried to get about 150 on it. And so, I think maybe, next budget year, you should probably request one.
Okay.
Me. Actually, I'll visit with you, but, that deal like Terry did through SPAG, you can make the application for that deal, and they award those out every year to everybody in the SPAG region. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt you to apply for it.
You bet.
If you get it, then, you know, it saves us, and if you don't, then we'll look at it.
Matter of fact, it'd be good. I think he applied for that a time or two before they got it.
Yeah.
So,
And it just depends on the number of requests. You know, they have X number of dollars, and they hear those requests, and then they sort of prioritize things. And so, like I say, when you get in office, if you'll come visit with me, then I'll
Okay.
put you in contact with person that's bagged that could help do
You bet.
So.
Sure.
that. All right, now as far as, postage, he hadn't spent any this year, so I don't guess he's doing lots of mail outs or anything, so. His fuel, we've left it at 3,500. He spent 345 so far this year, which I realize, we're not trying to compare anything to this year because of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But, his high fuel, was an 18, and it was 24.67. But fuel was pretty high back then, so. His machine, or office supplies, is 1,500. That's just for your basic office equipment, I know when you get in there, you'll probably look and, I don't know, the age of the computer.
I think Carla changed it out this year.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay, all right, so you should be good on that.
yeah.
You don't have any machine maintenance. They'll pay, you'll get a stipend on your cell phone, and that comes to $601 a year. And then conference seminars and dues, I don't know, you probably need to do some checking and see
Yeah, I'll have to have a week of,
what's required.
new constable school.
So that 250, maybe, we may need to add a little
I
bit.
think
to
we
that.
do need to bump that good.
I don't know how much it costs, but
Why don't we bump that up to $1,000?
Yes, sir.
That would,
Think that'll do it?
yeah, because it'll probably be a week-long school either in Austin or
yes, sir.
someplace, so.
You'll bump it up 1,000 or to 1,000.
Let's bump it up 1,000, let's make it 1,250.
That's what I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, the best stuff not cheap.
Yeah, that's not cheap.
You stay a week there, it's pretty high.
You gotta eat that up pretty fast.
And then advertisements, I would assume that money's in there so that if you have to advertise some kind of civil process, you gotta do. And,
Sure.
Radio maintenance, I think that radio's good. I mean, we always, when I was sheriff, we helped maintain that radio, so we should be in good shape. Vehicle maintenance or repair, we'll leave it there because of the age of the vehicle, we just never know. Will $50 cover the constable's bond? I know those bonds have gone up, but I don't know.
That's what, his was 42.
Okay.
They'll have to check into it, but most of them are 50.
I think it is 50.
Most
Okay.
of them are 50.
And then office equipment is something that you need that, I'll let Melinda sort of explain. It has to be in excess of $5,000.
Well, it just depends on what you're gonna buy. If you're gonna buy a printer and you wanna track it in office equipment, you can do that. But, it just depends on what, most of the time, that's for anything over $5,000.
Okay.
Anything,
Yeah, I wouldn't be in there.
anything under 5,000 would be your office supplies. But
Okay.
it just depends
You bet.
on what you're looking at. If you buy a new computer and you wanna track it in your office equipment, then you can budget in your office equipment.
I would think if Carla bought him a new computer, then the printer's pretty operational.
It should be current like
Should
all the rest of
be,
it.
yeah.
So,
That's not that big.
I don't think you'll need anything in there, and then of course, we'll look at a vehicle, maybe next year, so.
Okay. Yes, sir.
There's no reason to put that in this budget, so, and then the insurance recovery, there's nothing in there, so. Other than the addition of the, $1,000 to make it $1,250 for the conference seminars and dues, that would be the only change.
Yes, sir.
All right, anybody have any questions or comments?
Nope.
All righty, we'll look forward to working with you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All
I'm
right,
looking
see
forward
ya.
to it too.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank y'all.
See you later.